I didn't know
Okay,
if I could do that,
How are
man.
you recording?
now we're recording. Okay, so like I was saying, it's been about a year since I've hosted like my personal team Zooms and opened them up to other people, but I find it to be more beneficial that way. But I don't know that I'm going to do them weekly. I'll probably start doing them either the last weekend of the month or the first week of the month, and just kind of set goals and set the tone for the month, and maybe tips and tricks and suggestions and questions and all of those things. Um, Not saying that you guys can't be utilizing the chat and reaching out to your upline, obviously, with questions throughout the month, but just kind of where we can all come together and collaborate a little bit, things like that. I really like the feeling of like family and unity and all of that within our team. So I really want to keep the closeness. So try and hop on as many as you can. I will give a really good example of why I think it's super duper important to make sure that you hop on any kind of a training, whether it's one that we're just sharing to get on or one that one of the uplines is hosting. I will tell you that the people that I see moving up and increasing their paycheck and really kicking ass in the business are people that are showing up on the call. 110%. I can give you a list of people that are just kind of slowly working their business, and my phone is always blowing up with questions that were either addressed on the family call, they were answered in a Zoom that was shared, or something that was posted in the team chat. So showing up on the calls and kind of doing your best to be present for it is super, super important, and applying what you're learning. I see a lot of people, liking the posts and liking things that we're doing in the team chat, but not necessarily applying it to their business and on their social media page. And it's super important. Katie was one of my newbies, and she didn't really need a lot of hand holding. She really showed up on these Zooms, and she doesn't often miss them. And if she does, she's watching the recording, and she's just applied everything that she has learned. And since her first month in the business with me, she's been my top enroller over people that have been with me for a year. So showing up on these, really taking in like a sponge everything that you're learning is super, super important. I cannot stress it enough. Conference is coming up in February. If you don't have a ticket and you want to come, let me know, let Katie know, whoever your upline is, and we'll try and see what we can get worked out for you. It's a lot of training. I believe there will be new product launches at conference as well. If I'm not mistaken, that's when bonuses get announced. You have like the top leaders, our Black Diamonds and ambassadors and presidentials that show up, and lots of speakers. It is something that will just send chills through you. It is the most amazing experience just being there. So much of our team is going. There's lots of different trainings to hear about. It's extremely inspirational if you can go. I mean, me personally, I would spend my last penny to be able to get there. It's an incredible experience, and it really just blows your business up. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can reach out to me. Aside from that, those of us who got our conference tickets have been given 20 coupon codes to allow 20 people to join this business with us for $20. If you are not going to conference and you have potential distributors and you want a coupon code, reach out to me, to Katie, if she is your enroller, and let me know, and we would be willing to help you out with that, because we do have some extra codes. So if you want to be advertising on your Facebook page, some posts like 1 week left until, or however many days are left of this month, that you can join for $20. If you have potentials, reach out to current customers that have been happy with their products, things like that. And just ask them if they'd like to make some money while using the products. Let me see what I want to talk about. Okay, we're almost to the end of this month, and we're going to be starting in December. The first thing that I do is write down all of my goals for the new month, whether it's 10, 20, 30, whatever it is, new LCs. It's how many people that I want to help with the business, but I want you to put names with it. So if you're wanting to grow your team and you're wanting to claim Ruby and get that $1,000 bonus, be writing down names alongside of, say it's 5 distributors that you want to enroll between now and the end of December. Write down those names and try not to get caught up in you're doing it for you. I want you to look at who you can help and who could really need and use this opportunity. Write those people's names down. Who do you know that is really struggling, whether it's paying bills or groceries or whatever it is? Write those names down next to the distributors, and those are the people that you want to reach out to, and feel free to offer them the coupon codes that they can get started for $20. I have been extremely selective with who I'm giving my coupon codes to. I don't want people that are just going to sign up and not talk to me anymore. I want workers. I want runners. I want people that have a vision and know what they want and what they're working for. I'm not wasting them because we've been given so few. Okay, starting off, one of the questions that I've gotten a lot of is, how do you work your business on a day-to-day basis? A lot of you guys work full time and you have kids, and life kind of, I shouldn't say gets in the way, but life kind of takes over sometimes. And trust me when I say I understand. I am extremely busy with both of my kiddos, and I do work aside from this. So something that I do in the evenings after my kids go to bed to help save some time is I create my 6 list, which are basically 6 things that I'm going to do every single day to work my business. One of which is going to be posting. Second thing that I do is messaging. Third thing is happy birthdays. Fourth thing is adding new people. 5 is, did I say posting? I don't even remember, but I'm always posting. Okay, so those are things. So
that's one of the important things.
Exactly. So
I was going to say the biggest one for the most part.
It really is. You know, I think, and being consistent about it. There are days when one post of mine may absolutely blow up with potentials, and the next day I might not have anything, but you have to stay consistent. I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, I've got like 10 people on my Facebook page that do this, but I want to order through you. Well, why is that? And I do always ask, because I'm so consistent. They know when they reach back out to me in a month or in 6 months to change up their order or whatever it is, that I'm going to be there. So consistency is key. You want people to know you as that rap girl or whatever on their page. They want to know and remember you. Katie, can you think of any other things that would be like on your 6 list every day? What is something that you're doing?
Well, I think one of the most important things that we all need to do is, like, you know, find some top leaders. You know, there is like that 6DT checklist or whatnot that's on, is it Diamond Dynasty that Danielle posted? I think it's good to, hi Tiffany. I think it's good to follow top leaders to get, you know, ideas for posts and just, you know, their story and their knowledge of, like, you know, where they were and how far they've come. So I think that's good to, like, always keep an eye on that. Another thing, like, obviously I know you've touched base with posting, but even if, you know, some of the top leaders are not your friends, they look at what you do on a, you know, weekly basis or whatnot. So it is really important to stay consistent, like Tanya said. Like yesterday, just an example, like yesterday I was in the hospital, and it's like, that doesn't really stop me from creating something to happen with myself. Like Brandy, you know, she was sick, she had surgery, you know, and she was in recovery, and she still made things happen. I mean, obviously, like you said, life does happen, but it has to be a priority at some point in time, you know?
Absolutely. So something that I wouldn't have known prior to starting this business is how much weight things have on social media, on Facebook. So when someone has a happy birthday, I'm in their messenger wishing them a happy birthday rather than just on their Facebook page. Because I'll tell you, when it comes to my birthday and I have 200 plus people wishing me happy birthday on my feed, I miss it a lot. Now I tend to send a personal Facebook message. Hey girl, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. Something short, sweet, thoughtful. A lot of times it will lead into another conversation about, you know, what are you doing today? I just had like a 15-minute conversation the other day with a girl. I have no idea who she is, quite honestly, on my Facebook, but about what she was doing for her birthday. I hope she has an amazing day. I hope this year brings her, you know, nothing but wonderful things, blah, blah, blah. But we have built a foundation for relationship. What happens then is us messaging on Facebook is that in Messenger versus on her Facebook page is that my stuff is going to start showing up in her feed, because what that tells Facebook is these two like to communicate. So her stuff is going to start showing up on my page, my stuff is going to start showing up on her page. Super important to interact in Messenger as much as you can, which is why I'm obsessed with going through stories. Is anyone on here not familiar with Facebook stories or Instagram stories? So everyone's got that. So if you go through stories at the top and you can interact, you can react to all of those things. That goes into their Messenger feed as well.
And a lot of people, if I can understand, a lot of people that look at your stories aren't necessarily people that follow you a lot on Facebook. So that kind of like opens up the network.
Yeah,
I feel.
It does. So interacting on stories there, I usually spend about 10, 15 minutes in the evening, sometimes in the middle of the day, where I set a timer for 5, 10, 15, however long you want to do it for. It probably depends on how active your personal friends are on their stories. But I usually set a timer for 5, 10, 15 minutes twice a day, and I go through stories and react to them or comment about it. You know, if it's someone that put a Christmas tree, I'm commenting about their tree. If it's, you know, a video of their kids, whatever it is, react to it. Some other stuff that has really changed with Facebook is I don't always see all my notifications. I don't know if it's just me, but every time, like if it shows, it might show me that Katie liked a post of mine and I'm like, oh, cool. So I might go to that post and just go see, but I have like 10 other people that liked it. I don't know why, but Facebook is like not showing me all of my notifications. So what I've started doing is going through when I'm commenting on people's stuff or if I'm scrolling on Facebook, interaction is huge. If you are just hopping on Facebook and you're just scrolling and maybe like liking a couple things, it's not going to do much for you and your algorithm. You have to be interacting. If I feel drawn enough to like Katie's post, then I'm drawn enough to comment on it. So commenting is super huge. Again, that's one of those things with the weight of Facebook that it's going to increase your interaction. So posting alone won't do. You have to be interacting and engaging with other people. Something I'll show you that I really like to do because, let's see, it opens up my Facebook to people I haven't seen before. So if I'm on my Facebook page and at the bottom I click on the little menu tab, and I click on the menu tab, there's one that says most recent. For the love. There's one that says most recent. I'm going to click on that. All of the most recent posts that people have put up. 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So if I'm on like my regular feed, it shows me the people I interact with the most. If I click on most recent, it's going to be all kinds of people. So that's one thing that I like to do because like I said, it just opens up my feed a little bit.
Tanya, can you talk about the green light
messaging
situation? I feel like some people, yeah.
Do you do a lot of that? Do you like that?
I mean, when it's like like when I've seen the verbiage that are on different people's pages to get an idea, you know, it's easy to do it when it came to the whole $500 cash giveaway. You know what I mean? Because people want cash. Right. You know what I mean? But I feel like sometimes like going into their inbox without being like personally interactive with them is a little awkward.
Like cold messaging.
Huh?
Like cold messaging.
You know, there's a couple ways that I can look at this because I've gotten away from a lot of that, and I'll explain the difference. When I first started over 2 years ago, it was my first month. And within 10 days, I enrolled 25 customers, strictly cold messaging. But I didn't have the same mindset at the time. I didn't look at it like cold messaging. These people are on my Facebook, like we're friends.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I really just went through and messaged and said, hey girl, you popped up in my news feed. I'd have to look at the exact message let me see if I can find it, and I will tell you, because I had a shit ton of success with it. Let me see if I still have it.
I feel like if people are your Facebook friend anyways, you know.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I know
just
that
gives it the leeway.
people get really nervous about sending a message and talking to people because there are some, excuse my French, like real a-holes that want to blast you for it.
Mhm.
I don't really get that. I
Okay.
don't know if it's my personality and people just would never want to rub me the wrong way. I don't know, but I don't really get put on blast a lot. And if someone is mean to me, I usually pop back about it. So maybe that's why I don't. But here is one of my messages. This is July 6th, 2016. And I said, hi, Kenzie, how are you? When you popped up in my newsfeed tonight, I thought I would shoot you a quick message. I'm looking for a few more product testers for my portfolio. You choose the product at my cost for 90 days and give me an honest review. Is this something you would be interested in doing? I sent that message a bajillion times over and over and over again. I'm on a call. No, I'm on a call. Are you done with the tree?
Is that P?
Okay, then just go play in your room.
Baby, get him out of here, please.
Well, when I'm off my call, please. Okay. Okay.
Is that the newly double digits?
No, that's the little one. She makes me go cross-eyed, I swear. So, one, addressing them by name was something that I thought was super helpful. I would usually go to their page, like a couple posts, so it didn't seem like I was just stalking in Messenger.
That's what I started doing.
Yes. So you
To
could.
them. You have to not talking to you for months.
I'm going to type this. I'm going to type up my message in here, and you guys can copy and paste or screenshot it. Let me type it up real quick.
Awesome. I was going to ask you to do that.
It might be silent for a second, so just give me a sec.
Okay.
We'll let it slide.
Did you read the message I just sent you on here?
I can't.
I didn't want to
go off real
interrupt
quick.
her while she was talking, but it was just saying that I'll follow all the hacks, turn on notifications for it, but I don't get any notifications for them.
What
ever.
you have to do with
So I
that
actually
is you have to
follow
like
up
drop an emoji.
Yeah,
or
that's what I
drop
started
like
doing.
a before and after for you to get those notifications.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I gotta. Yeah, Martin wants. Here. Say hi. Oh, he's not happy. Did you make him food? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this was recorded.
What? No, I'm on a call. Yeah, I'm going to be on the call a while. Go play in your room.
I feel like I need to like rent a kid so I can be in everyone's level.
You don't even need to pay to rent mine. I'll just give her to you.
Well, you better fly across country. I don't know why David keeps calling.
I'm almost done.
Oh, she's on the call.
Okay. So you can screenshot that. You can copy and paste, whatever you want to do. That is my message that I send over and over and over again. One thing that I would find that I can suggest if you're able to is to print out your Facebook friends list. If you don't know how.
That's 100% important. Yeah.
Yes, I can tag you in a little video to teach you how to do so. It's a lot of pages sometimes, depending on the amount of friends that you have, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. And the way that I think the one that I have it set up to do, it prints it alphabetically. So that makes it convenient in my opinion, because one day I can like go through all of my A's. The next day I can go through my B's. And what I mean when I do that, I kind of give myself a letter of the day. So say tomorrow I'm going to do my A's. I'm going to go through and I'm going to love the shit out of their pages. I'm going to like their pictures. I'm going to comment like crazy, all of those things. And then maybe do that for a week. And I might like put a little star next to their name, or I might do that for the month, whatever it is. And then next month, after I've been building that relationship with them and I've been loving all over their stuff, then I'll shoot them a message, if that makes sense. So say the
Agreed.
first week in November 1st, I'm going to start loving all over their stuff that day. And I'm going to make a point to do so of every few days, you know, a week throughout the whole month. At the end of the month, I'm going to shoot them a message. I have now built a relationship with them. When you print out your Facebook friends list, or even as you're scrolling through your Facebook, I was very, I'm really harsh. Like if I just don't like stuff that people post, if I think they're too negative, if I think they're completely illiterate, whatever it is, if I just don't like the vibes that I get, I just delete. I delete from my page. I don't need it. Don't really worry about, you need to keep all the people on your page, because you just don't. There are people I've known for years that I went to high school with, and I cannot tolerate another post that I see of theirs. So I just clean up your feed. Think of the kind of people that you would want in your business. You want someone that's going to be positive. You want someone that's going to be hardworking. You know, you want somebody, maybe you're a mom and you want to have other moms be a part of your business. To me, that's important, you know, because for me, finding other moms to be a part of this along with me is really important, because this business brought me home to my kids. So I have the opportunity to be home with them as much as I want to because of it. So that's something that I strive for. So make a little list of the type of people that you would want in your business. And that's what your circle in person, like in real life and on social media, should reflect. In terms of growing your network, I know for newbies, this is one thing that I hear from people that haven't started yet and people that have started is, I don't want to add a bunch of randoms. I can tell you, when I started, I had 200 people on my Facebook. That was my cousins, my family, my husband's family, and some high school friends. I wanted zero part of adding people to my network, like zero. When Danielle and some of the uplines were sending me friend requests after I enrolled, I was literally deleting their request. Okay, I did not want people, like, this is my space. My family photos, things like that. I was extremely hesitant.
Yeah.
Here's the spin on it. I have met some of the most incredible people, some that are not even a part of my business, from adding to my network. And I have removed some of those people that were a part of it. So try and be open-minded to what can come of it, because I truly have met just some of the most incredible people. I have built some phenomenal friendships on social media. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it's like your private space for your family. But what I also knew, and I'm sure some of you busy moms can relate, is I'm not going to go party because I don't have time for it. So I'm not going to be hosting parties. When I go through the grocery store, I'm not always talking to the person checking me out. Half the time I do self-checkout because I don't want to talk to people. So how am I going to work my business? It's going to be social media. So you have to grow your network. Now, you don't have to go through suggested friends if you don't want to. So here's a couple tips on adding people to your network, and I would suggest sending out at least 10 to 20 a day. If you are going to go through your letter A's and you're going to send out and you're going to go interact with them, go to their page, go through their friends list. So say it's Katie's page that I'm going to. I'm going to go to her page. I'm going to love on her stuff. I'm going to interact with her. Then I'm going to go to her friends. And I'm going to click on the suggested friends. And then I'm going to go to some of these pages because I don't just random add everyone. I like to make sure I have like 10 to 15 mutual friends with them at least.
We have 63, but
and I'm going to send them friend requests. Okay? But here's a tip that I do. I always make sure that my It Works posts are set to public. However, when I go through and I send friend requests, let me show you. So I'm going to go to my page, and this right here, that is an It Works post. I go to the top, the 3 little dots up there, click on edit privacy, and I switch it to friends. That way, when I am—
Do you only do that with your It Works post?
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
so It Works as friends or It Works as public?
I always have my It Works posts are always public, always.
Okay,
but
yeah.
before, like if I know, if I am like intentionally adding people, I'm going to scroll a ways down and make those It Works posts to be just friends. That way when people, because if someone sees a friend request, at least I do this. If I get— it got really dark in here. Let me go turn on
I know. I was like, what the hell just
my
happened?
sun is going down. Hold on.
You better turn on some lights, sweetie.
Okay, so when I'm adding people, I'm going to go through and change my It Works posts to being friends. Because when people send me a friend request, the first thing I do is scope out their page, right? I don't want people to prejudge me based on what I do. So if they go to my page, they're just going to see some pictures of my family. They're going to see pictures of me. They're going to see funny quotes and crap that I put up. They're not going to see my It Works stuff until they've been added and refresh my page. So that's what I do with that when it comes to adding people. Also doing—
Oh, so you're on private.
Huh?
Okay.
What did you say?
Oh, I mixed it up. I thought you wanted the It Works stuff public, and then is that what you said?
Yes. So like say tonight, I always, when I initially make an It Works post, when I put it up, I make it public. Always. But when I'm going to be adding people to my network, when I'm going to go through and like with some intentional time and send friend requests, I'm going to change my posts. So I might go through my feed, 5 to 10 posts.
Okay.
And at that point, I'll switch it over. Yeah. So, and then host to post is an amazing way to grow your network completely organically. The people that you're going to be
That's
adding.
how Brandy got all of her customers.
Yes.
That's how I got all my customers.
It's amazing. But you're adding people organically. These are people that want to know either more about the business or more about the product. So I friend request every single person. Well, actually, that's not true because I had someone do a host post for me and I was like, yo, your network is like creepy. And I didn't like hardly add anybody. I'm just not.
That was that guy, those creepy guys.
I cannot even deal sometimes. But typically.
Oh my God, all the creepy guys.
Typically, I do add like everybody from host to post, but there's only been one instance where I was like, I think you need to go too. It's not gonna work for me. When you post, some tips for messaging. All of my conversations pretty much go the same. If I post, for example, about the skinny wraps, and I have people that like it or I have people that comment. So my message is always going to be the same. Hey, Katie, I saw that you commented on my skinny wrap post earlier. Thanks. Or I'll say something like, yes, I saw that you commented on my post earlier today for the skinny wraps. Is this something that you have been interested in? ? Always, always end in a question mark. Always. If they just liked the post and they didn't comment, but they liked it because that's like the first phase of them being interested, I'm going to message them and say, hey girl, thanks for the love on my wrap post earlier today, or my skinny wraps, whatever you want to call it. Is this something that you have been interested in trying? ? Short, sweet, to the point. You can even either take a screenshot, or my favorite thing, I'll show you. So you go to your page. Okay. So this post right here, say I had people that liked or commented. The share button. Well, first what I'll do is I will click on the likes and I'll write down everyone who liked it. I'll go to the comments, write down everyone that commented. Then you hit the share button, send in Messenger. Then you can, where it says write message, you can write the same exact message without obviously using a name. I would not use a name because it's going to be like mass sent. But you can type in just, hey, thanks for the love on my post earlier today. Have you been interested in trying the skinny wraps? Then you are going to, at the top, the little search icon. Can you see it? The little search icon.
Yeah.
You'll type in people's names. Send, 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 send. What it does, it not only sends your message, but it attaches the post.
That's new information. Didn't know that one.
Yes. So it will attach the post to it. I'll try and do an example in the team chat with one of my posts after we hop off the Zoom. I'll do like an example of it, and I'll just share one of my posts and how I would message. So that's the first phase of messaging. So if Katie responds and says, yes, I've actually been really interested, how much are they? They retail for $99, but my perk point customers get them for $59.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound? ? Then they're going to say, what's a perk point customer? And then I go on to explain that. Every single product, every single post is exactly the same. I can tell you, and I'm sure Katie knows, when I was helping her message when she started, I would always like have a pre-written message. Okay, now they're going to ask this. And I'd already be typing up because I know it's just how the conversations go. Every now and then you get something different. But pretty much, I mean, Katie, am I right? Every conversation pretty much goes the same way.
Yeah. I mean, you can like look back at a message the way that you, like Brandy was clearly a customer before a DT. Same thing with Tiffany. It was basically like a copy and paste because they were both interested in the same product. Yeah. I mean, even without having in your notes, it's like you can scroll back, and it's important to save those messages. I would say that, especially because, you know, you will get notes that are sent from us, obviously, and then also on the team pages. But I think it's good to like kind of be able to like retrieve back to it, you know, and not have to, I mean, obviously you can reword, you know, to make it personal. But I think it's always good to keep those messages because those people still could be potentials as far as when new products launch, whatnot, you know, so like those will be the people you go to right away.
Yep. Let's see. Okay. Organization.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really put like emphasize, I just can't say enough about the organization because it will save you, especially with things like promotions being launched, with conference coming up. I can't even explain to you, after conference happens, when certain things get launched, like bonuses or whatever it is, my first conference, I was completely unprepared. Okay. I was not organized. I did not have a list of potential customers. I did not have a list of potential distributors. Like, no one put the pressure on me about how important this was going to be to do. But there are things, whether it's bonuses or products, that are going to get launched at conference. I'm telling you, there will be a point that Katie and myself and whomever else is going are going to be like running back to the hotel room and ready to sit down and just work. You want a list to work from. You want to have people ready to reach out to, I promise. Because I was sitting there at my first conference like, like, what do I do? Because I didn't have any of that. So I'm going to show you my organization for.
And her organization literally like brings a lot of people on. I mean, I was a hot mess, as Brandy knows, with just a lot of notes, and it was pretty overwhelming, but she knows me enough and we're friends. You know, we developed a friendship after her being a customer, and she was like okay with it. But it is very important so you don't overwhelm people, whether it's a customer or a, you know, potential distributor, because there's people like it will be too overwhelming and they'll be like, no, I'm good, or I'll wait.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you can write this out on a piece of paper if you want to. I have in the notes section on my phone, so like the little notes section right there, I have a gazillion different categories. Okay. So I have, oh my gosh, I have one section that is like, say, host a post for coffee. And it's whether it's been shared in like the team chats or the team pages. I've got a whole thread on what people send. I have one that's host a post for potential distributors, host a post for collagen, whatever it is. I have separate ones. So I have one category that is host a post posts, and then it's got all different categories to do. I have one that is messaging. I have like my messaging scripts. I have different power hours that I like to do. All kinds. I have orders.
You have like 10 categories going on over there.
Yeah. I mean, I have one that is just
I'm
like
starting to do mine like that.
one that says training videos. So sometimes I'm crazy busy with the kids and I might see in another, you know, leader chat that I'm in, someone say, go check out this Zoom. Well, everyone chats in the chat. So like, I'm going to lose it if I don't get it. So a lot of times I'll copy and paste it and I'll just add it to my training video note section. So at any point I've got a list of recommended training videos that I can go watch at a later date when I have time, when I'm getting ready in the morning, you know, before I take the kids to school, whatever it is. So staying really organized as you go through. Here's something that helped me. So I got like a little 5-section notebook. Okay. That and a pen. One section is potential customers. So every single time it's going to say at the top of the page, it's going to say potential customers. It has their name, what product they were interested in, what the date was, and like a little check, have I messaged them or not? I'm going to create like an actual paper that everyone can print out so you can replicate it, or I'll try and take a picture of mine that's blank. And just every single time, whether it's 2-3 times a day that you go through your post, who liked my post, who commented on my post, what product was it for? I also have the next section is for potential distributors. Who liked my business post today? Who commented on it? Who have I talked to? Who has reached out to me? And they're going to go on that list until they sign up. Another section is for Zoom trainings. So any trainings that I hop on, I have a whole section in there that is just of notes. I have one that is my current customers, because you don't want to, when someone enrolls as a customer, you don't want to lose that relationship. You still want to make sure you're checking in on them, you're interacting with them, all of those things. You want to maintain your relationship. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people that were someone else's customer that have switched to me because that person no longer talks to them anymore. You do not want to be that person. I have another section that is my team. You probably don't have this yet, but I have a whole section that is just of my team. So I can remember, because as this team grows, I forget names and how many people were added. So I like to have a section of that so I know who I got to go love on everybody's posts, you know? So there's that. And then you'll want a section, if you can, for host a post, keeping your host a post organized. Who hosted the post for you? What product was it for? And then writing down all the people that commented or liked it. And
I look up to Brandy because she's on top of that.
Huh?
On top of what?
Brandy's on top of that. Brandy's on top of writing the names down of who does host a post. Like, I have to go through my messages to.
I hear girl watch. Boom.
Verify when I do it. So I look up to you guys.
I love it. And
right there.
Whether you have a planner,
I know.
if you have a planner, or if you want to set a timer in your phone or on another piece of paper, whatever it is. I usually have like a piece of loose leaf paper for the month of November. If that's like dated, if people say like, I'm going to order from you Friday, I'm going to jot their name down and make sure that I follow up with them Friday. That way I don't forget. So making sure that you are staying super organized so people don't fall through the cracks. I'm trying to think.
Hold on.
Does anybody have questions? Brandy, are you frozen?
My phone was being crazy.
Wait, did we talk about? Oh, sorry. Did we talk about the 2 to 3 times a day post?
Oh,
like,
amount of times to
still
post.
supposed to, have pictures.
I need to
Yeah.
talk about. Okay, I need to talk about the social media stuff. Oh my gosh, it makes my head spin. Okay.
What time are we at? The game starts at 7:20.
You better don't stress me out, okay?
You.
So, okay, your social media. I cannot stress this part enough. Okay, posting on social media. If you are oversharing, I should say, like viral posts, like the recipe videos and like random funny
Like delish.
and stuff that you see on Facebook, you are killing your Facebook algorithm. You're killing it. And I'll tell you, after a certain like number of shares of something, when it really gets up there, Facebook kind of says, okay, that's good. We're done sharing that one. Like it's kind of been around the block already. So we're done sharing it. And other people are still sharing it and it's not showing up in anyone's feeds. So stop doing that.
Are you done?
It's like a lot. What you can do if you see like recipes and stuff that you want to save, because I have recipes saved that I'm never going to cook all the time. So you can,
Right.
just saying. So you can go to a post, hang on, like
And save the video.
Like save, this is it. Perfect. I want to save that. Click the 3 dots at the top, says save post. Okay. Now, this is where things get amazing. You can do collections. So when it says like you're going to save that post and it lets you do collections, how freaking phenomenal. You can have one collection you name as like recipes. You can have one that if I see like really good product posts that someone else has posted, I have one that is product posts. I have one that is really good interactive posts that I have seen. I have people I see to follow up with. Like, I really like that girl's vibes on her page. I want to make sure that I interact with her. I've got a section for that. Everyone that has hosted a post for me in October, November, see where that one says October host a post? Any single person that has done a host a post for me in October is saved in there. So I can easily go back to it and interact on those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, didn't know that third part.
Yeah. I have all kinds of stuff. So you can name, I have business posts. So like say I'm scrolling through someone's page and I'm like, that was an amazing post, like for the business. I'm going to save that. And I can use that for inspiration at a later date. How I typically do my page most of the time is first thing in the morning, whether it's 5, 6, 7 a.m., is going to be something positive. It's going to be something inspirational. 2 hours later, you don't really want to be posting more than an hour and a half to 2 hours together. Close your algorithm. So 2 hours later, I'm going to have a product or a business post. 2 hours after that, it's going to be a personal post, whether it's my kids, whether it's something funny about my day that's happening, whatever it is, something personal.
How amazing your hair, how amazing you are at hair.
My hair biz. And then I'll continue throughout the day. I'm going to flip-flop it. I'm going to do, something positive and personal, product or business, something, positive and personal, something, product or business. And I'm going to do every 2 hours throughout the day. So that's what I do with that. I don't share a bunch of stuff. I mean, go through my page, go through your own page, other top leaders that you follow, and compare the two. I don't want to see like nothing but It Works on your page, because you're not creating an It Works brand. It Works is a brand. You want to create your own brand in terms of yourself. You want people to be able to trust you, and to trust you, they have to know you personally. So you have to let people into your personal life a little bit on your page. So I do suggest that everyone, take a little while tonight, scroll through your Facebook and think, is this a space that I would want to continue scrolling? Would I be interested? Would I be attracted to this page if I was just like some random person? If you're not, and you see that you have like really overshared, delete it, or save it into a collection and delete it from your page. That's what I would do.
And there's a lot of times that you can post something because you're feeling it, but you don't have to share it. It could just be like only me. I mean, I feel like sometimes, there's certain quotes or there's certain ways that you're feeling. I mean, you don't have to share it with the whole world. I mean, I'm going to just shout Brandy out because, when she joined this business, everything kind of flip-flopped. Like, this business creates you into a more positive person. It really does. Mm-hmm. So I just want to give her a shout. Like, she still, shares like comical things, whatnot, but you know what I mean? But it changes you a little bit, it really does, because you want other people to relate to you, but on a positive sense.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong.
Well, I try not to,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I try not to share anything anymore. I like screenshot something, or I'll download the picture to my phone, so I'm not sharing somebody else's post too. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
That can.
And then I just share the image.
Has been amazing for me to stay organized, because I can have like, well, that was a good business post. It has its own category. Yeah. So if I'm feeling a little uninspired, or I didn't really properly prepare my post the night before kind of a thing, then I can just go to one, make it my own, add my own picture and post. So that's made it really convenient to do. For me, Pinterest, let me show.
Yeah.
Okay, if I don't have like a good product picture. Oh, see, now that's a good one. See, I'm saving that one. Hold. Okay, does everyone on here, I'm going to assume everyone on here has Pinterest?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a couple different boards on mine that I add to. I have one that is products. I have one that is testimonies, one that is business. So, and one that is before and afters. So what I have, and I have one that is for stories. So a lot of times when I'm on Pinterest, there are different It Works posts that are created specifically to be in a story. And I will save that to stories, and I can go back and use that later. I see really good images of, I'll give an example. Really good images of products. Let me find one.
And that's where WordSway comes in handy too.
Like this image. I like that picture for the wraps and the cleanse. I could use that later for a post. So that is in my products, okay? I have some that I have come across that are for like testimonies. Those are some that are like text messages. Those are some of just other reviews. And get to know some of the products. You can type in on Pinterest. Like Pinterest is like Google with pictures. So you can type in like It Works Keto Coffee or It Works Energy or whatever. You can find tons of before and after pictures on there, things like that. So I stay really organized with my Pinterest game as well to save time. Because I know, like Katie knows, she messages me every single morning, which is amazing. But my mornings,
I love you,
are like crazy busy getting the kids.
She's I'm on the way, and same thing with Brandy. Like,
no, but it's amazing.
I know. I was gonna say.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is definitely.
I just like to stand. I love you guys.
But when I'm getting the kids, like,
I love you.
I wake up late and I'm like running out the door. My kids are fighting over I don't know what anymore.
Who's gonna sit in the front?
I don't have like a post ready made because I fell asleep on the couch the night before and I just like don't have my life together, right? And I need a good post. But sometimes, a lot of times in the evening, I will create my posts. So in your like camera section or the photo section on your phone, you can have the same type of categories that you have on Pinterest. Product images, business images, testimonies, things like that. So I have one category on my camera roll under photos that just says tomorrow's post. So what I do, I have a whole text message thread with my own self. It's just me. I'm talking to myself. But I like come up with good post ideas, and then I find the image that I want for it and save that into that specific folder on my camera roll. And then I can just scroll through my text messages with my own self. Or you can have a section like that in your notes section and copy and paste, and then you already know where it is. Do that the night before. So you could have all of your posts set for the next day, ready to go in your phone. All you have to do is go copy, paste.
Okay, with that being said, okay, so our lovely Brandy is going to be going back to work on Tuesday. So she doesn't have access to her phone when she's at work. So
But do you pee?
Sometimes she works.
I'm not allowed to bring my phone into the
but
prison.
she works at a.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I work 16 hours a day
at the
sometimes.
prison. It's this one.
So,
So with that being said, like, do you want me to somehow post her?
No.
Like go in. Okay.
I would say so. Like, what
You can't schedule it on there.
So some days I have to get up at 3 a.m. to get to work by 6. Yeah, I know. And then I work all the way until 10 p.m. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
So, but I spend an hour driving to work and an hour driving back.
Here's what I would do if I were you. I would utilize the heck out of green light messaging when you have the time. Utilize the shit out of it. First post, if you get up at 3 a.m., have a good, like, kick-ass positive post or something like that, or personal post ready to throw up on your page, whether it's an inspirational quote, something like that. When you pull up to work in the morning at 6, so that's like a 3-hour gap, right? Have another post.
Yeah, I go in at 5:30.
That's perfect. So you've
So
got like 3 hours in between when you get up and when you go in. So I would, if it were me, I'd have my first post at 3 something be like positive, personal, inspirational. Already have saved in your phone your next post of the day. When you pull up
right before work,
copy, paste, put it in. But here's the other thing that I would do. Utilize stories, because here's what you can do. If you can create, whether you find them on Pinterest or find someone that like you like to follow.
Oh, they're 24 hours.
If you have people that you like on Instagram and you can look at their stories and they have like good product testimonies, whatever, you can post a crap ton in your stories and add polls to it. So that's something. Oh my God. Sorry.
Is there a fire alarm?
No, my husband's downstairs texting me. I put the lasagna in the oven and he just messaged me and he said the freaking oven like powered off and we don't know when. So that's fantastic. So anyway,
you guys have heat.
So utilize stories. You can set up like tonight before I go to bed, I can add to my story like 10 freaking product posts or posts and add polls to them. A lot of people look at stories. So you can set that, like you can enter all that before you ever go to bed tonight. You can just add your story like crazy.
I'm gonna write this one down too.
And add polls to them. Do you know how to do that?
No, but I can have Katie show me.
Super easy.
I'll show you.
Super easy. So I'm just going.
I've never actually tried to do that.
So say I'm going to add this. Just say this is like a product post, okay?
An example.
Up here at the top where it looks like that little square thing. Tap that. It says poll.
Okay, I know how to add the stickers and all that. I didn't know that there was a poll in
Yep, so
there.
you can click the poll. I usually don't ask a question that often, but you could like say this was like a keto coffee one. Under where it says yes, just click on yes, and I would type something like, or you could type where it says ask a question. You could write who's trying to, or who would drink coffee if it burned fat, or something like that. Or under the yes, you want to make both answers be positive. So under the yes, I can type over and say 5 to 25 or 5 to 20 pounds. Hold on, I'll show you. What the frick?
Damn it.
25 plus.
I knew these things were
I
gonna.
think I should do that.
I would do that. And you can add like as many that you want. You can add like 15 photos and whatever to your stories. Okay, so you could do this. How much weight would you like to lose? 5 to 20 pounds, 25 plus.
Okay.
And just click on your story, it adds it to it. So that's something that I would do. When people vote on your polls, you get notified. Stories only stay up for 24 hours. So what I tend to do is I'm going to go to my story, and one, you can see who has viewed it. If you click on this, it'll pull up all the people, right? And if people vote on it, it will tell you who voted and which option they voted for. A lot of times I screenshot, jot their names down, go through and message them. But I also send them this. So I will then take a screenshot, and then I'm going to send them the picture of the story and say, hey, girl, I saw that you saw my story. Wondering if you were interested in trying the skinny wraps. If they voted on it, I'm going to say, hey, girl, I saw that you voted on more info for my skinny wraps. Did you have any questions for me? Were you wanting to place an order? ? So pretty quick responses that you can pretty much copy and paste to every single person. I don't often do names because I have sent the wrong message with the wrong name to the wrong person before.
Welcome to the club.
Already once. I bring
Can
that
you
on.
guys hear me now? Because I have my AirPods off.
What are you
I can
saying?
hear you.
Did you say I'm screaming at you?
I'm muffled because these heads.
Okay. So utilize stories. That's something that I would suggest for you because you can, those will be up all day long. So I would do that like tonight before you go to bed, just add a bunch of stuff into stories. You can, let's see. Hold on. If you type in like It Works Facebook stories on Instagram, there are some that are already made, already done. You can just save them.
I can show her.
Get Facebook stories on Instagram, you said?
You can type in on Pinterest under the search, you can just type in It Works Facebook or Instagram stories and see what pops up. And the more that you're searching It Works stuff, now every time I open my Pinterest page, it's like all It Works stuff, and I get like the most amazing inspiration for posts now. So I don't even like really have to search it anymore.
The other thing real quick, because I'm going to have to mute myself in a second with the dogs. But now when we post before and afters, it has to be corporate approved, correct?
Yep. Where it's like in the actual before and after box. If it's not corporate approved, I've been adding some of those into my story because they
I have two. I have two.
And in
I put it on Snapchat.
And I added in the comment section too. And little tidbit for you all, if you, for the ones that are not corporate approved and you're even going to post it in the comments, make that post friends only.
Thank you.
Because the people that are searching your stuff, if they're looking at your public It Works stuff, then they can see it, right? If they're not your friend on Facebook, they don't know.
What if they are friends on Facebook?
I've been in the business 2.5 years, and I am not friends with one person from like corporate jail.
Okay, so my friends are not corporate jail.
No. So like there's a specific team with It Works that goes through compliance. I'm not friends with any of those people. So if I post a before and after, I mean, someone could report me if they're a real bitch, but
We would go after them.
I've never had that happen, and I would cut someone. I'm just kidding. I'm not that aggressive. I'm just
This
kidding.
is our team leader, everybody. She's savage.
I'm just saying. So that's what I would do.
Oh.
That's all. That's all. That's all I've got for you. So organization, my tips about posting, my tips about messaging, how important your 6 list is. So if you are getting up at 3 a.m., spend like 5 minutes wishing happy birthday and like in Messenger. Just like send those messages out like that. We have to make time. Like if you want it to pay like a business, you have to work it like a business.
Yeah.
Right.
She has actually potentials at work.
Sorry.
At the Brandy, your hoodie. Just
What?
just
No,
a
he
little.
just.
Okay. Anywho,
You can't. It's my tank top.
she has
I have a
potentials
sweater
at
or a
work
shirt
because
on.
prior to her being a DT, there were people that did like a host a post, like Mitchell. You know what I mean? So that's like she has potentials at work.
Yeah,
She should bring her. She brought her products into work. You know
That's
what I mean?
amazing.
So that's cool.
Yeah. And I work with like 300 people, so.
I mean,
And they're all on health, fitness stuff.
face-to-face networking is the best. So follow up end of month, follow up with all those people and let them know we've got some killer Black Friday deals still going on, our new product that's launching.
That's until the 26th though, right?
Yeah,
The Black Friday stuff over on the 26th.
probably. I thought it said until supplies last. That's the last thing I saw, unless something has changed.
Yeah,
Somebody
I saw that too. I wasn't
somebody
quite sure.
posted a screenshot. Yeah. I was going to ask, do we have product catalogs or
Yep.
do I have to order those or something and pay for them?
You can order those. They are under, I believe, business tools.
Okay.
Our business products. Yes, you can order the product catalogs.
Just figured that would help at work because we're not allowed to use computers or anything for internet. Stop.
What time is it? No offense, I was just asking.
It is
7:13.
6:13,
All right.
which means it's game time. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's over with. Anyone else? I mean, I know a lot of people are on mute.
Any questions
Okay.
at all?
There's only 2 other people on this.
Okay. Don't forget, if you want to go to the chat bar below and either screenshot or copy and paste the message that I was sending when I started. It was like golden for me. If it works for you and you have people responding, you can screenshot and send it to Katie. You can send it to me, and I can walk you through like my whole convo and how I explained everything to people and locked them down. Most people I was like locking up immediately, like throughout like the end of the conversation. They were sending me information. So perfect.
We love you guys.
All right, it's game time. If you guys have any more questions, post it up in the team chat or message me or Katie privately.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye.